So this is Monday, August 8th, 2016, and just wanting to show, from my not being able to tend the garden for 3 weeks and leaving it in the hands of the client who didn't water in time as he began to see that things were stressing from the triple-digit temperatures that went on for a week in my absence. I couldn't tend anything, and he did not. He only watered once in the front, and things were really struggling when I got back. And I did show that, things were crunchy, it was brown, struggling, and, this is how quickly. I don't need to deep water this again. This is on its own. It's recovering nicely. It's lushing up with just two deep waterings. That's it. Two deep waterings. Get my shadow out of here. It's really, really lush and thick. Really soft and supple and green. We are still having very high temperatures, which is usual in August, and will continue through September. So these plants native plants are very used to, this is normal. Even though the temperature may be higher than they're used to, we have always, having grown up in Southern California, the worst weather. Starting school in September was always, it was miserable because we'd rather be at the beach, and here we had to be at school, and it was just so awful hot. So August and September are typically very hot, challenging months, and the plants here in Southern California, the plants that are native, they're used to that. So again, you give them water, they're gonna lush up like this. They don't get water, they don't die, they go dormant. And that's what I'm showing here. The yarrow just went dormant, and it gets water, it comes back. And it doesn't require all that much water either. So that's just kind of what I wanted to make sure that we have real evidence. Like I say, I did not intend to neglect the California native meadow for 3 solid weeks when we were having record-breaking temperature. I did not intend to run this experiment that showed just how effectively the Achillea milliforma, the native bent grass, the native grasses, the native plants deal with what is our normal weather pattern here in Southern California. Unlike exotics that were not genetically selected out over, thousands of years to deal with the particular climate. So that's the point. The rationale behind using the plants that grew for thousands of years. Don't go to Africa and get something that grows in the same type of climate. You don't know how that's going to live here. Pick the plants that know how to live here, that have proved they know how to live here. They know how to live with the climate. And I don't get this going to Chile, going to South Africa for plants that know how to live with this climate. They know how to live with the climate, but they don't know how to live here. And we don't know how they're going to live here. We know how these plants that have been here for thousands of years are going to live here. We know what their behavior is going to be. And we can use it to our advantage if we're smart, which I really question how smart the human race is when I look at them not learning from reality. That's how human beings were designed. We were designed to learn from mistakes. I have preached this. Nobody knows how to walk except for you fall down. That's how human beings learn. That's how our brain is designed. It's like, oh, that wasn't quite right. Let me get it right. But, from what I see of adults, they don't learn from mistakes. their head gets in the way of, you know, being a humble little child that says, you know, I didn't do that right. Let me do it better next time. Hey, I think I got it now. That was the wrong way to do it. Certainly, from what we are seeing of the people making decisions in power, there is no learning from mistakes, no humility to say, gee, look at what happened when I did it that way. I fell down. I got hurt. That didn't get me where I wanted to go. Let me try that again. Let me see if I can get closer to something like walking and then eventually running.